guys, okay, so I'm back here with my mental health series, depression part 2. So, okay, hold on, I need a drink. We're already taking a drink break. I actually look semi-decent today, but I think I like it better when my hair's up and I'm recording. Okay, so, basically, part 2, I'm stressed. It's a pimple that I've been picking at. It's actually, I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't know, it just randomly appeared, so I started picking at it, and now it's agitated. That's a pimple. Yeah, anyways. Okay, so, sorry, I feel like I'm not like, I don't know, not at my regular angle. I'm at my brother's school, waiting for him to get off, or get out. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so basically in this part, I'm going to, like in the last part, I explained how the depression came on, how I handled it at first, and just everything kind of all around there. So in this part, I'm going to explain how depression still affects me, the ways that I try to cope with it, and just kind of speak out on a few things. So basically how depression affects me now is, instead of like always being depressed or always being sad or whatever, I actually now, sorry, I keep looking at my eyes. Instead of always, okay, instead of always being depressed, I kind of have what I like to call random spouts of depression. And basically what that is my eyes twitching. Can y'all tell? Can y'all see it twitching? Anyways, okay. Instead of it being there, I can normally tell you, hey, you know, I'm going to be depressed in a couple days, and I'm probably not going to be okay for a couple weeks or a couple months, maybe even a year. But basically, when it first starts to hit, I feel like I'm constantly drained of energy. I'm constantly tired, like I'm always tired. I don't want to get out of bed or do anything. I don't want to talk to nobody. I become antisocial. I actually become more emotional than normal. Like, you know, like one day somebody could call me a bitch and I don't care. But then when my depression starts to hit, they call me a bitch and I'm going to cry my eyes out. The same person could call me a bitch when my depression is starting to hit and I'm super upset, super, you know, emotional about it. So, just super emotional. I also become hateful. Like, I'm short with people. I act like I hate them. I don't want nothing to do with them. But it's not, like, I don't do it on purpose. I also stop answering texts, answering phone calls. In my depression spouts, I would probably much rather text than talk on the phone because, you know, if I'm like, okay, I don't want to talk, then I can say, hey, I don't want to talk right now, or I can just ignore you, you know, like, whatever. I'll just ignore you. But, so it kind of like, that's the stuff that happens leading up to my depression spout. But, during my depression spout, I'm antisocial. I don't want to shower. I don't want to brush my hair. I don't want to brush my teeth. I don't want to go to work. I just become super lazy, I become I don't know. I just become super lazy and super emotional, and I just don't want to do nothing. And also super antisocial. Like, sometimes I could be like, you know, one day I would love to talk to you all day long. Sorry, I think my phone's overheating. Anyways, one day I could want to talk to you 24/7, and then for 6 months, I don't talk to you at all. That's just because that's how my depression works. How I handle my depression, so that right there was the how it affects me now. As for, okay, as for how I cope with my depression, I like to do this thing. Sorry, I'm like, my back's hurting. I like to do this thing called lining, and when I was in therapy, my therapist would tell me to line. And what that means is you take like if it's a really, like if I really need to line, I'll do college rolled, but if I just need to line for a few, I'll do wide rolled. But lining is taking a piece of paper with some Sharpies. It has to be Sharpies. And like just draw in the lines of the paper until the whole paper is colored. Actually, I will give you guys, I'm going to link my YouTube, Instagram in the description below. Or I'm going to try and put it on a card up here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to manage that. So if for some reason I can't, then instead of it being up here in this corner, it will be down in the description. So basically I will post pictures of what lining is on there. I also like to sit in my car and listen to music. I don't know why I yawn. I don't yawn this much until I start doing YouTube videos. But, I like to sit in my car and listen to music with the windows up and the doors locked and my seat laid back and my foot propped up on my steering wheel. Another way I cope is I like to take a hair bow, not like a rubber band or anything, because a rubber band, if you pop it too hard, it's like really rough on your skin. So I like to take just a regular hair bow. Sorry, there's somebody walking by my car. But I like to take, you know, just a regular hair bow, and anytime I'm super upset or emotional, I'll just pop it against my wrist. Another way that I like to cope, this is the last one, but I actually just recently started doing this. Before I would just sit in the tub, but now I actually like to put my hands like right here, or wrap them around my knees and bury my head in my knees with the hot water on my neck about right here, and then have music playing and just sit there until all the hot water is gone. So those are my ways of coping. I always try to cope the healthy way. Trying to think. I don't have any other ways of coping, actually. I think that's about it. So yeah, that's about it. But that's how my depression came along. That's how my depression affected me, and this is how I handle my depression spouts. There's a lady standing at one of the parent cars. Anyways, okay. But another thing that I would like to talk about is how I have been told, why are you being so negative? Like, this isn't something you should talk about. This is something that should be private. I do agree on the aspect of, I'm not going to tell you guys when I'm going through a random spout of depression. Y'all will never know that, because my job as a YouTuber is to upload once a week. Because of the series, I will upload 2 or 3 times a week. Like, I'm only actually supposed to post these videos, like a video like each part once a week, but so like today it's going to be uploaded today, and I think it's been 6 days since I uploaded the part 1. But anyways, so like I've been told, oh, why are you being so negative? Why are you talking about this? Don't you want to keep this private? I do want to keep it private. However, I do know that there are people that struggle with this and feel like they're alone. And mental health is not talked about enough. It is not expressed enough. There's not enough awareness around mental health itself. And if I can talk about it and give you guys coping mechanisms, or I can just make you guys feel like, hey, you know, I'm not alone, she understands, then I'm going to do my part in trying to raise awareness, and try to, you know, like people say, oh, you have anxiety, that's so cute. But there's nothing cute about anxiety. If I'm having a depression spout and somebody says, well, why are you being so negative? No, shit show Shannon. I'm not being negative. I'm depressed. And you can't tell me that because I have negative feelings that my feelings are invalid. And that goes along for you guys. If you guys have friends or family members that are telling you, hey, you know, quit being so negative. Okay, shit show Shannon. That's all you gotta say. Like, is just call them shit show Shannon. They'll shut up. I mean, you're not being negative. You can't help it. And people are like, oh, well, you're giving off negative vibes. Okay, it's not like I'm doing it on purpose. It's not like I asked to be depressed. And then people say, oh, well, you know, you're just having a bad day. No, this isn't a bad day. A bad day would be me being sad and then the next day getting over it. That is not what depression is. Depression is like putting a blind... You know what? I really want to explain it this way. Depression is like putting a blindfold... having a blindfold, and walking in the ocean without stopping, and the deeper you get, the more you suffocate. The deeper you get, the more you feel, the more you drown. And that's what depression is you not being able to, depression surprises you. Depression is like a jack-in-the-box. You can have 6 good days and 10 bad days, or have 10 good days and have 40 bad days. Like, you don't know when it's going to hit. You don't know how long it's going to stay, but it's always something you struggle with, whether you're having good days or not. I just don't think it's fair that you have to, or I have to feel like, okay, well, I need to go out in public and smile, because if I don't, people are going to think I'm negative. I don't want to have a bad image out in public. Like, I don't want people to think, oh, well, I'm the most negative person they meet. Okay, yeah, no, depression is a hard thing to deal with, and we accept them when they have bad days, but they can't accept us when we're having bad weeks or months. It's that simple. I really want to raise awareness, and I know, I'm rambling on, and I don't know if any of that made sense or if y'all even agree with that, but I believe that we should be able to express, hey, I'm depressed, without being told, oh, well, you're just having a bad day, or, oh, you just need to get out more, or, oh, you just need friends, or, oh, this, or, oh, that. No, I'm sorry, shit show Shannon. Depression is more than just a bad day. So, I will hit you guys up with the description to my Instagram, YouTube, either in the description or in a info card here. But like I said, I don't know if I'll be able to get it up here. So probably in the description below. I will hit you guys up again next week with something else for my mental health series. But for now, just remember that you're not having a bad day. You're not a bad person. And it's okay to be negative sometimes. Depression is a huge ass struggle.